I usually wear glasses, but I want you to see how tired my eyes look today. I want you to see how exhausted I am. You can see the bags. These are horrifying. Usually they're bigger bags than usual. I always have permanent eye bags, but this is worse than usual because I'm really, really exhausted today. I mean, I am frustratingly exhausted. So I'm just gonna explain what happened today and explain what I've been going through. So if you don't know, recently you can check in the top comment and the link. I got my foot is burnt. Right? So a bunch of young YNs, a bunch of young kids poured a bunch of hot grease on my foot. So I've been dealing with this and I've been in a lot of pain. I have permanent nerve damage on my foot. I need surgery for my foot. So that's the whole thing there, right? Now, the reason I was walking around Detroit in the first place was because my car got stolen from in front of my house. Now, Detroit car thief is a very simple thing that happens a lot. There's actually a group called the Kia Boys and the Hyundai Boys that actually steal Hyundais and Kias. Now, my car was a Hyundai. It got stolen because somebody busted my window, put a USB in there, and just took my car, drove off, and I lost my car. So I don't have a car. I'm out of car. Just want to point that out. I don't have a car in any capacity. That's cool. My wife has a car, drive around, that's fine. However, I was walking around and I got attacked by a bunch of kids. Now, so I go to the cops. People tell me you should press charges, you should file charges. Go to the cops, go to the cops, go to the cops. So I decide to go to the men in blue. I decide to go to our public servants. I decided to go to them, right? So talking to the police and giving them an affidavit and telling them, hey, this happened with my car. Can you figure out what happened? My car, they can't figure out my car situation, even with the fingerprints, even after swiping it, because it rained. It rained. So there's not much evidence they can take. So I'm SOL, and they don't have any cameras in my neighborhood. Perfectly fine. I'll accept that I don't have the car. I'm not buying a car anytime soon. Okay, let's keep moving. So we keep moving, keep pushing. Push a T, pushing P. I, today, decide to do a follow-up because yesterday I went to go investigate with the police and they went and searched the house and see about the kids. And I said, hey, so you guys get any information about the house and stuff like that? They said, oh yeah, we decided that it's probably not that high of a priority and you'd be better seeking legal counsel and maybe trying to talk to the parents of those kids. I said, how do I find the parents of those kids? They said, we don't know. I said, huh? They said, we don't know. I am trying my best to remain calm as possible right now. I am trying to stay zen, stay centered, keep my mantra together. That is what I wish to do. I wish to be correctly inside of my right mind. I am going to go to my niece's house and get rid of everything Paw Patrol related inside of her tablet because I am so sick of cops in every capacity. I am going to do everything. Every cop is agitating me. All of it. It's just messing me up. And what's crazy is that I wish the cops were better. I don't know what can make the Detroit police better in some capacity. I don't know. I don't know what can make this a lot easier for me. I don't know if this is going to be a big occurring issue that keeps happening in my life. I don't know. But I go to the cops and I say, okay, so there's not like a detective unit I can speak to. And they say, oh, you want to speak to the detective unit? I say, yes. I would love to speak to the detective unit. And they said, well, you should have said that. How am I supposed to know? How am I supposed to know which specific unit I'm supposed to speak to when it comes to the things? I don't deal with you guys all the time. Tell me where I need to go. Tell me the resources I need to do. They said, okay, well, we'll go ahead and take you to the detective unit. Call this number. I'm already in the station. Is the detective unit not in the station? No. They work in a different precinct. So you can actually go to the precinct. Here, let me give you the correct precinct. So I go to the other precinct, which is 5 miles from the one precinct I'm at. So I have my wife's car. She's driving me around because I can't really push my foot down right now. It hurts a lot. And I just kind of, it's a numbing, static. It feels like I have a cavity in my foot. It's the best way I can describe it. I have no other way to describe it other than that. So we driving. We're whipping around. And then we get to the 7th precinct. We get in there. White guy now. Before it was a black guy, it's a white guy. White guy says, don't worry. We're going to figure something out. And I'm thinking, okay, all right, let's figure something out. Let's see what's going on here. He's worse than the black guy. He says, well, I don't know what to do, so I'm going to call my supervisor. Supervisor comes up. Big portly guy. Says, well, shouldn't have been walking around and antagonizing people. I said, huh? Me? I was antagonizing people. Me. So, yeah, well, what were you doing to cause these kids to do this to you? What was I doing to cause the... I'm sorry. Maybe you didn't hear what I just said. What was I doing to have the kids do something to me? He said, well, I know that neighborhood, and the kids around there, they might not have good stuff, but they're on the right path. I didn't realize that it was a cop's job to victim blame. I didn't know that. If I knew that, I could have my dad become a cop. I didn't know that was going to happen. This caught me for a little bit of a loop. See, I didn't know that was going to happen. So I ended up talking to the cop, and I say, okay, I'm going to be very calm right now. And I explained to him, I said, I just want to let you know that I'm wildly pissed. You're agitating the hell out of me, and I'm going to do my best to remain calm. But if I yell at you, I beg of you, and I'm begging you with my whole chest to not try to harm me in some ways. He said, okay, thank you for letting me know, but you should calm yourself and you should be reasonable. I said, I will do my best. I just want to let you know of my current state of mind, because it is important to inform people that I'm speaking to where I'm at, and I don't want them to be confused about what's going on. Are you stupid? He said, what? I said, are you dumb? He said, I'm not dumb. I said, okay. I just want to make sure. You seem like a calm and reasonable man. Are you a calm, reasonable man? That's a line from God of War, by the way. I took it bar for bar and I said it right to his face. He said, I think I'm calm and reasonable. I said, okay, cool. Very happy about that. You think that I was just going out antagonizing people for fun. I was wearing colorful clothing, and a bunch of kids saw that I was wearing colorful clothing after I came from Pride. Now, I can tell he wasn't listening the first time, because I explained this the first time. And then he got visible disgust in his face. You can see it. Horrible poker face. You can see the visible disgust appear on his face. He did that. I said, what was that about? He said, nothing. I'm just listening. I said, okay. Cool. Interesting phenomenon. And maybe I'm looking too deep into this. Maybe I'm paranoid. Maybe my mental state is going out of stray. Not quite sure. I think maybe the cop was ever so slightly homophobic. Maybe that was it. Maybe that's what it was. And maybe I'm dumb. Maybe he just was a little bit homophobic. Maybe a little bit. Because after I said I came from Pride, he got wildly disinterested in the rest of the story. And then he said, well, a lot of black youths don't really like a whole lot of the rainbow stuff. And he laughed like, don't laugh in front of my face when I'm expressing this to you. He then said, okay, so we're going to get you to the detective unit. He takes me to the back. Detective, very nice woman. Best woman. Very lovely black woman. Amazing. She got all the details I needed. It was outstanding. It was great. And I'm thinking I'm getting some progress done. I'm thinking some progress done. So, I go home. I'm home now. Minding my black business. I take a nap. Took a little bit of a nap because I'm stressed out. We're dealing with the cops all day. I wake up to 5 missed calls. 5 missed calls from the detective. I call back. I say, hello? She says, yeah, there's nothing we can do. Nothing. Not a single thing. Nope, can't do anything. So I'm confused. I just spent basically an hour giving all the details and information, having a pleasant conversation. That was my girl. We were having a great conversation. And then, after a whole hour of explaining, she says, well, we just went to go check out the area. Oh, I'm happy they're on it. They're on top of it. That's great. Usually this would take weeks upon weeks. I thought this is the fastest I've ever seen cops respond. There's no camera, so we can't do anything, and nobody's talking. Nobody's snitching, essentially. Nobody's giving any information. Okay. So what I'm discovering is that the police can only function if somebody saw it, if there's cameras, is what I'm just. I thought they had maybe some. I don't know what I thought they had. Maybe I watched too much CSI and Law and Order. Maybe I've watched too many shows. I think I'm propaganda brain. I have propaganda inside of my brain because I keep thinking that there's more. And it makes me understand how Dexter was able to get away with it for so long, because what do you mean there's nothing? You don't have any. They said, well, it's not like there's a crime scene we can investigate. So since there's no crime scene we can investigate, you are the crime scene. It's just your foot. And there's no DNA on any pots or pans or anything like that. So we can't do anything. I said, huh? And it even said, well, if you could give details about the kid's face, we could figure it out. But other than that, if you see the kids, I guess take a picture or call us again. That's it. That is the end point of what I got to. And my case is closed out. That's pretty much, case is basically closed out because they said there's a lot of crime that's going on in Detroit. Can't figure it out. So I've been dealing with this, and I'm so bad. I'm so physically, mentally drained by this hoopla, this guard. I don't know what is going on in any capacity. I really don't. I wish I did. I wish I did. I wish I understood what is happening here. I I don't grasp it. I want to understand what is happening with the cops, with the people, with our institutions, how crime is so easy to go under the radar. I figured out if you have a city with enough crime, you can get away with a lot of crime because there's so much crime the cops don't have enough man force to do anything. We physically don't have the man force in Detroit to do anything, I'm discovering. And so much crime can just go unnoticed if you're in a neighborhood that doesn't have any cameras. You can get away with so much evil and vitriol. And what's crazy is that when I was younger, I knew this. Because when I used to be a Crip. I used to just steal copper from houses. I used to literally have shootouts and stuff. This is killing me. This is absolutely killing me. I wish I wish I don't know. I don't know what I wish, man. I got a headache. I'm stressed. I thought I was able to get some justice from this, but I just it really signifies that I really just gotta leave this cursed city. I'm probably gonna stop talking about this. I'll post community posts about it, maybe about the whole thing, but it's just killing me. It's really, really, really killing me, man. Anyways, I just wanted to talk about this because I'm stressed about the entire ordeal that I'm dealing with the cops. It's getting under my skin, dude. It's getting under my skin. Have a lovely day or night wherever you're at. I've never stuttered this much. My stutter's coming back, and have a lovely day or night wherever you're at, guys. I'm out. Peace. Bye.